At a recent Senate hearing on AI and China, Senator Coons questioned a panel of experts on whether the U.S. should impose export controls on Nvidia chips to slow China's progress in AI. Watch their exchange right here.
Is it in the U.S. national interest to export either of these advanced Nvidia chip models, H200s or Blackwells, to China?
No.
No.
No, Senator. No.
So thank you for your support for a bill we look forward to introducing and advancing. I'd be interested in one last question, if I might, about export control loopholes. You've all talked about how important it is that we have effective export controls and that we close the relevant loopholes. There's two parts to this: ensuring Chinese companies and their subsidiaries both can't get access to advanced chips and semiconductor manufacturing tools. I've seen articles in the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, about PRC subsidiaries in the U.S. being able to access chips and PRC companies leasing data centers abroad for training systems, both potential vulnerabilities. Mr. Miller, could you just talk to us for a minute, Mr. Allen as well, about what additional steps do we need to take to close these loopholes?
Senator, I believe the primary focus should be on first tightening up our existing export controls on the sale of chips to China. Once a chip crosses into China, we have no further control over it. I also believe there's further steps to be taken on the sale of chip-making equipment to China, where there are still real gaps in our export controls, especially when you compare our rules to those of the Netherlands and those of Japan. I further agree that we should look into restrictions or limitations on Chinese firms' ability to access data centers abroad.
Mr. Allen.
Let me just add on the equipment side of the story. The reason why Huawei does not currently have a chip that is competitive to Nvidia is because of equipment and manufacturing export controls that the first Trump administration put in place. SMIC, the most advanced logic manufacturer in China, tried to buy an EUV machine in 2018 and was going to get the sale until it was blocked by export controls. Huawei was about to fab a 7-nanometer chip at TSMC before Nvidia was. Nvidia's current dominance in the Chinese market is the result of export controls, not something that is threatened by export controls. And the biggest challenge that we have to sustaining these export controls over the long term is on the equipment. Because China, actually the Huawei chips right now are pretty lousy, but they are capable of designing decent chips. What they cannot do is make decent chips. And that entirely hinges upon our ability to keep the equipment out there.
For more congressional news, stay tuned to Congress Clips.